Hello, this is Calm and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video. And another video inside of Callum's Epic World. Right then everybody, are we ready for round number 2? So you might have saw the last episode where I toured around my entire town. But this episode we'll be touring the entire Funland, which won't be as long, which is good because the last episode was like 2 hours long. And yeah, you can probably tell my voice was dead after that. And just to make sure my voice doesn't die on me again, I've got a cup of tea with me just in case. I have to bring them for these tours because, yeah, they help me get through it. And, yeah, basically I found Oreo, by the way, because obviously I lost him at the end of the last video. He was in the boat showroom the entire time. Basically, I walked past him when I went to check where he was. But, yeah, he was literally sat in one of the boats in the boat showroom. So, yeah, he was technically following me. He just got stuck in one of the boats, which is very annoying. But speaking of Oreo, I'll bring him with me once again because obviously reasons. It makes sense because obviously he's been with me since the start. So where is he? Oreo, are you ready for another fun-filled day with me? I hope so. But yeah, let's get started, shall we? Yeah, I've got my diamond boots on again. It's literally exactly the same as it was in the last episode. It's just we're just doing this again, but with the fun one, pretty much. So let's have a shower before we do anything. Lovely job, Ray. And then, yeah, let's go have something to eat. Have a nice breakfast. Let's get on the ladder and let's have something to eat. Num 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 num. Oh crap, I opened the barrel. There we go. I don't know why I said num 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 before I even started eating the cake, but yeah, that's just how we're doing it. So yeah, good morning, Ruben. Good morning, Rook, and good morning, Powered as well. Right, so the way we're going to do this is we're going to explain the game to a bit more detail because obviously, what's it called? Because obviously, there's not as many games as buildings in my town, so it obviously won't take us long. But obviously, it gives me more time to, explain what the games are and all that stuff. So that's pretty much how we're going to do it. So I'm going to have a bit more detail because I just went into a building, set where it was, and just moved on. But with this, I could take my time a bit more, which is probably an easier way of doing it. Okay, so basically this is the Calm's Funland sign. I might as well show that off first, because obviously I didn't really show it off in the last video. Yeah, so yeah, this is the Calm's Funland sign. So, yeah, this has changed quite a lot over, especially, the last, 100 episodes or so. Because originally it was just, a massive, black and, red sign. But it was, that high or something like that. But it was just, Calm's Funland at the top. It was, a massive gap near the bottom. And then Shadar changed it when he took over the Funland. And then obviously I changed it back when I got my Funland back. So the sign's changed a lot over the last 100 episodes or so. So yeah, I do like how it looks in this texture pack. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, this is the park. So yeah, there's the actual Funland properly. So yeah, with this I can take my time a bit more. How about we go from left to right? Yeah, we go across over here and then yeah, show those games over there and then goes around there. So we'll try and do it what's it called? Row per row. Okay, so this is the first minigame we're going to show off today. It's not the first minigame I built, but this is one of the first minigame I'll show you today. So this is Colourful Towers. So how you would play this is you go up to those colourful towers, as you can probably tell, and you have to try and come down. So basically, you might want to stand down here. We'll just head up to one of these towers so I can give you a bit more of a demonstration. Pretty much, what would you have to do is you go up here, grab some grab some sword and bow and some arrows, and you pretty much have to be the last team surviving. So there's one on the blue, so it's more like a 1v1v1v1 pretty much. So you pretty much have to be the last colour surviving by the end. See, there's little things you can hide in, stuff you can use your archery for, and that's pretty much it really. So this game is very simple. Most of my minigames are simple, because I don't like too complicated games, so that's why I go for mainly the simple options, pretty much. So oh crap, let me try and get off the ladder. There we go. Oreo, you can tell me you can join me. See, that's Colourful Towers. I built this quite a while ago, a few years ago now. So, and we've not really gone back to play it. We've played it a while ago before 500 episodes, but I've not played it since. But yeah, I will do a revisit on this game at some point because this game was a lot of fun. The next game I'm going to show you is Death Dash. So, how you would play this is pretty much one person is, so you're in here, so one person's over there, and then you have to, and there's 3 hiders and 1 seeker, I guess. It's not hide and seek, but I'll just say that for now. So there's 3 people running and 1 person trying to get you. So you have to try and move past him, the guy with the sword. I have to try and make it out the other door. We didn't actually do that in the tournament. We only did it when me, Thomas, James, and Polly revisited it recently. We only just changed it then, which I don't know why we didn't do it in the tournament. It makes more sense. But obviously, that's how you would play it. So you start from there if you're the hider, and you have to try and run past the Seeker to obviously win the game. But obviously, the Seeker has to try and kill everyone else. So yeah, it's quite a mad game. I probably will do a revisit on this one because obviously we didn't really have much time in that video that I was on about with me, Thomas, James, and Polly. So yeah, we'll do a revisit video on this in the future because I really enjoyed that game a lot. So yeah, this is the Snow Throw Golf Course. So you might have seen this recently in the Saiyan tournament with me. Oh my god, what the? Why is this snowball so big? What the? Oh my god, why is it so big? You can't even see it in my inventory. I have to go in third person for you to see it. Oh my god, that is actually cursed. So it's pretty much just a generic golf course, to be honest. So you pretty much just throw the snowballs into different holes, and have to try and be the last, the person with the least amount of throws by the end. So yeah, like I said, we have played this recently in the Saiyan tournament round 3. So if you want to see who won that, go check out 596 Spot of Golf. I remember that because it was recent. It was like 4 videos ago. So yeah, so obviously this one's easier. So basically throughout the game it gets harder and harder, and you have to try and not mess up because obviously around here is when people start messing up. Like the first 2 holes people can get, but around these holes is usually like, especially the one with the tree. That's usually when people start to mess up, and it's pretty much the person with the least amount of throws by the end wins. I know that's kind of stupid because obviously most people just do it in like a few goes, but yeah. Okay, so this game over here is called Trident Throw. So pretty much the way you would do this is you're pretty much okay, oh yeah, I might have to sit you down for this. Oh yeah, these beds are meant for this game, by the way. I just left them there by accident, but there wasn't really much area to put them. I think I could move them. So you pretty much have to try and say if you're the one starting with a trident, you have to try and get it in your enemy's goal. But like that could happen where it doesn't land. It lands on the enemy's side, but it doesn't go on the goal. But say if I was on the orange team, for example, I could pick it up and try and toss it into the enemy's goal, which I think I've done so. Did I? I think I managed to get that in. Yeah, I did. Sick. So if I did that, then the orange team would win. And then, yeah. That's pretty simple, people. So you people have to try and get it into the goal without, you know, giving the other team chance to pick it up again. So it's pretty a simple game. Or you can sign up and you can join me. Where should I show you first? I might show you like show you these 2 games first. Okay, so this one's King of the Torches. We revisited this one recently in that my Easter tournament, which we like a few episodes ago. So pretty much what you have to try and do is light up your enemy's redstone lamps. So say I was on the orange or the yellow team, for example, I have to try and light up the other team's lights, and with me doing that on the blue side, I pretty much whoever's on the blue side will only have like 1 life left. So if I shot them off again, they would be out of the game. So when you hit that, pretty much that eliminates all their lives, and they only have one life left. So if you shot them off again, they would be dead, and you have to rinse and repeat doing all of the others. And it's pretty much you have to be the last one, you know, surviving at the end win. So it's pretty simple. It says King of the Torches. No, that's a different game, isn't it? Flaming Torch. That was it. I just thought of me thinking of the torches in my head. This one, what's this game called again? It is Speedy Tag. So the way you would do this one is you pretty much have to tag the other people. So you're in the boat and you have to try and tag everyone else in the game. So say if me and someone else was in the boat. So say if I was here, I was in the boat, I would have to try and tag everyone else in the game. But obviously that would be very difficult to do so. Yeah, because obviously the boats control like absolute crap in Minecraft nowadays. So yeah. So it's very difficult, but you could get very good at the game, but it's not like very easy to master. You have to be like OP to, you know, get the thing, you know, to pretty much get good at it, pretty much. So yeah, it's a fun game. It's just very hard to control. Sometimes, where's Oreo? I think I left him sat down over here. Oh, there he is. So this game is one of Shadar's games that I built during his time in my Funland. So it's Bridge Protect, I think it's called. Is it? We'll see on the other side as well. What was it on the other side? Secure Bridge. Okay, there's two different names. Well, thanks, Shadar. Why would he even come up with that? Why would he have two names for it? Oh, for God's sake. Let's go with Secure Bridge because that's probably the better name. So, the way you would do this is there's one person on top of the bridge like so, and everyone else has to try and race to try and kill him. And if they succeed in killing him, then, you know, they win and they get to be at the top of the bridge. So it's pretty much like the first person to kill the... It's like King of the Hill, but everyone's... Yeah, pretty much everyone's competing to, you know, get to the top of the thing and kill the person on the bridge. So it's pretty simple. It's getting a bit dark, so I might actually sleep. I might actually... Should I take one of the beds with me? I don't think I should, because unlike the town, there was like there wasn't really any beds anywhere, but with the mini games there are. So like beds retreat everywhere, so it's very easy to sleep. Okay, so Oreo, you can stand up and you can join me. Okay, I've shown you these ones, so I've shown you that. I'll come to that area in a little bit. This is another Shadar game. What's this game called? This is the first one. So, Daylight Dash. Link redstone to your lamp, starting from the center. So, yeah, the nice thing about Shadar, he actually put down what you had to do. So, like, this one was the last game he built. And this was the first one he did. So, it's like the sign says, you pretty much have to be raced to be the last, pretty much be the first one to get link redstone to your redstone lamp, and by the end of the game, pretty much. So say, right, let's go to the chest because there should be some redstone in here. So we have to start from the sensor and have to try and race to get there first, pretty much. But the way we do it is like rock paper scissors or eeny meeny miny mo or something like that. We have a fair way of deciding it, of who goes where. So it may seem like it's pretty much like a strategy game, pretty much, and you also have to be like lucky as well. Yeah, it's pretty much like loads of stuff going down with this one, but it's a fun game. Shadar's games weren't as bad as you may think. Alright, so I don't know like where to go from here. So I might cover these. I might cover this game over here and then route back in that direction because there's a few games I've missed over there. That's probably what I'll do. Like, the Funlands are way easier to navigate than the town is, because obviously the Funlands, one, isn't as big, and number two, everyone's got paths and all that stuff. So yeah, this one's called Filling Ding. So the way you would play this game is you pretty much have to light up your enemy's redstone lamp. So say, okay, this is very difficult to do. I'll try and go down, there you go. So I have to do that. There we go, and then if I have to, pretty much if I do, hold on, let me just go down, there we go. So if I do that by the end, then, yeah, the white team would win. So you pretty much have to light up your enemy's redstone lamp first in order to win the game. But it's obviously very difficult to do because the fishing rods aren't the greatest in Minecraft, I'm not going to lie to you. So this minigame over here is called Swoop. So pretty much what you have to try and do is pretty much land on different covered platforms to gain points. So Oreo, you will have to sit down for this one because I will give a bit of a test to go with this one. So obviously you've got these pillars here. So this one's one pillar, 1 point, 2 points, and then 3 points. Basically the harder there is to get, the more points you get, and then obviously you get some more points if you land on here. I don't know how many points, it's like extra points. I can't even remember how much points they are, but yeah, it's like 4, it's like quite a few points. You get extra points, pretty much, that's all I can say, because I can't actually remember how many points you get specifically. Let me just get the lighter out, because I will have a quick test to go before we move on. Because the good thing with this, I can actually test the games out properly. Alright, so obviously, this game's obviously good for the view as well, but I do want to test this out, so let's go. Okay, we're trying to land on this one. There we go. Come on, sprint, work. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Can I land on it? Okay, never mind. Oh, there, it's very hard to, like, land on it, but, yeah, it is doable. But, yeah, it's very hard to do so. But, yeah, so I would get 1 point in general for that one. So yeah, that would have ended well for me. This game over here is what's this game called? It is called Trapped. So the way you play this game is pretty much trapdoor spoof. So there'll be 4 more people here, and you have to try and flap them down. So, or if I was trying to flap down Oreo, for example, oh god, he hurt himself. I'm sorry, Oreo. So yeah, say me and Oreo were competing against each other, and yeah, if I knocked him down with a trapdoor, then I would win. So it's pretty much just normal spoof, but with a trapdoor, which I thought was pretty cool at the time. But yeah, it's still a fun game. We'll probably revisit it at some point soon. Yeah, so yeah, that was Trapped. This game, I actually like the look of this game. It's very different to most things I've done. I say with Swoop as well. I do like the look for Swoop, and some of the games I've built around this area have got very memorable looks, I guess. What's this one called? Hunters versus Helpers. So this one's more of a hide and seek themed. So pretty much the way you would do this is there's a hunter. Like I said, Hunters versus Helpers. So the hunters are the seekers, and then the helpers are the hiders. So you obviously get a diamond sword, and you have to track down all of the hiders, or the helpers, and then the last helper surviving gets the point. It's pretty much like in a barn, pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much like a closet, a bed, a shower, a mini like living room with a TV there. I gotta admit, some of the things in here is a bit awful, but I don't mind. Like, I like this game anyway, so I'm not really complaining. So yeah, I should revisit this game as well. I'm just giving myself like a list of like revisits to do, but yeah, I should revisit this one. I actually really enjoyed this game when we played it. But yeah, that was Hunters versus Helpers. That's another game we built quite a while ago as well. Okay, so we might as well do this row as well. So this one is this game over here. It's called, what's this game called? A trampoline. Okay, so I will have to sit Oreo down for this one. I will have to, set my spawn. So pretty much it's like Spleef, it's kind of like Trapped. It's like Spleef, but with what's it called? Slime block. So you pretty much just have to try and break the what's it called? The slime blocks. But obviously you move very, very slowly on the slime block. So you have to try and do your best to, not die. But obviously you move very slowly, so your best strategy is to bounce and to get away, but obviously it's easier said than done, innit? So, yeah, so you pretty much have to try and be the last one surviving while trying not to, move too slow and it eventually kills you. Because that can happen. I don't know, I'm trying to just get out of it quick. I don't want to I know this is a copy of the world, but I don't want to break anything. Oh, there we go, that's fine. Like I said, I am playing on a copy of the world, so yeah, it's not that big of a problem. So that was Trampoline. So we actually played this minigame recently as well in that same Easter video I was on about with the flaming torch. So you might have seen us play this again recently. Hide and Die. This one's more of an interesting one because there's another hide and seek one. I know. You could tell I love my hide and seek and spoof minigame. So it's kind of exactly the same as Hunters versus Helpers. In terms of having one person go in and try and kill everyone, and obviously the last hider to die, I guess, gets the point. So it's pretty much exactly the same, but I do actually like this game. I actually really enjoyed it when we've played it, but I don't think we've gone back to play it, which is very unfortunate. But yeah, this game was a lot of fun. So this game was called Behind Bars. So you're pretty much, it's a maze mini game, but everyone is trying to get something. So it's like 4 people. Yeah, it's a 4-player game, and you have to try and get. Oh hi, you have to try and get the cake from in the middle of the game. So if I got the cake, I have to try and run out. And oh my god, the cake's massive. Why is everything so massive in this texture pack? Jeez. So you have to try and get the cake and run out with it instead of getting killed. So it's pretty much the first person to get the cake out of the game at the end wins. And the reason why I called it Behind Bars is because I did try to put some bars in the game. Like, you could try and block the other players, but that was just, I just noticed we were doing that way too much. And yeah, it was just annoying, so I decided to scrap it, but I couldn't think of a better name in time for the tournament, so I decided Behind Bars was probably the best option. And I guess it's either that or just come up with some crappy ass name. But yeah, I still love that game. I still enjoy it to this day. Okay, so the next game we're gonna look at is Freeze. So the way you would play this game is there's one person standing up top here, with a bow and arrow, and you have to, the people in boats, other people that's playing have to try and kill the person up top by just staying in the boat, because you can't leave the boats. So the person up top's turn is to try and kill everyone without, getting killed themselves, and everyone else has to try and kill the person up top without, getting killed themselves as well. So it's a very intense game. Like, we played it quite a few times, but yeah, we've enjoyed it pretty much every time. But like I said, I will do like revisits for like most of these games, because I mainly do revisits for the games I've not played in years. But yeah, we'll just have a walk back. Yeah, I will get to these games in a little bit, because I might go around that way next and then go around, because we've still got like quite a lot of more area to go across. So okay, so let's go to this one first. So this one is called Platform Plummet, I believe, and yes it is. So pretty much, depending what side you're on, it doesn't really matter. So you're either blue, yellow, green or red, and you go up to the top and you have to try and fight the other people. What the frick? I'm stuck. What the? What was that? I just got stuck on a ladder then. That was weird. Yeah, you pretty much go on top of the ladder and try and just knock each other off with wooden swords. Well, knock back wooden swords. And if you manage to do that by the end, well, if you're the last one surviving, then obviously you win. So, yeah, it's a pretty simple game, pretty much. Oh god, okay. I need to be careful. But yeah, we've got quite a lot of more games to cover. So, I know I said my Funland wasn't as big as the town, which is not. Look at the town compared to the Funland. But obviously, there's still quite a decent amount of games here, so we still got quite a lot of more games to cover. Like, especially like over there, because probably that area's changed the most, and that area as well has changed the most. But yeah, we'll get to all of these later on. Do not worry about that. But yeah, this game's good, so you could admire the view a bit more. But yeah. So for probably the first time we have to take a nap today, try and jump off without dying, and there we go. Let's have a sleep, and then in the morning we can continue the tour. But I need to have my first cup of tea of the day. I've done well. I've been recording for like 20 minutes, but I've done pretty well so far. I hope to God it doesn't go cold, because I remember in the last video, my tea went cold, but I didn't have any other option, so I actually drink dirty tea. No, not dirty tea, cold tea. See, that's dedication. I wasn't going to cut it halfway through just to get a new one. I was dedicated to, get past, but yeah, that means I had to drink cold tea, which was disgusting. So yeah, this game's called Pushback. So this game is, why is there swords in it? Oh, I bet it's from the Platform Plummet, but obviously somebody put them in here. So pretty much what you have to try and do... Oh god, creeper! You right, Oreo? Where did he come from? It looks like Oreo was even hurt. Jesus. So what you basically have to do is have to try... so say if you're on this turn, you have to try and launch yourself to the top of the game. Oh, hi, Oreo. You have to try and launch yourself to the top of the game without getting hit from the person over there. Basically, we've all got retired trident, so basically you just get launched if you're in water. So if they hit you, then they win. Then they get the point. But obviously, if you manage to escape, then you get the point. So yeah, it's a pretty simple game, pretty much. So we'll just dive down to the bottom, and then yeah, we can move on because we still got quite a few more games to go through. Right, so let's have something to eat quick because I did do a bit of damage. Right, so moving onwards. Okay, so this is Color Conflict. So the way you play this game is pretty much you're on different sides. This is kind of like a battle arena, pretty much. So you're either representing the green, red, blue, or yellow side. So yeah, it's pretty much a battle royale, pretty much. So it's pretty much a fight for your color. So there's also the last color surviving wins, pretty much. So it's pretty much like one of the most simplest games I've ever done. It just, I think the reason this game stands out for me is just the colours and the design of it looks pretty cool in my opinion. And like, especially in this texture pack when the glass is probably my favourite thing, like the different coloured glass makes it stand out even more now. But yeah, I do love this thing. Okay, moving on. The next game we're going to be looking at is Shiny Spreef, I believe. Okay, oh yeah, I'm going to have to sit you down for this one, because obviously, yeah, reasons. So yeah, you can kind of see the reason. So it's pretty much just a normal Spreef game, but yeah, I don't know why I decided to remake so many Spreef games. I think they were just my go-to thing if I didn't have like a good idea or couldn't come up with one in time. But yeah, it's just a normal Spreef game, but obviously it's a bit more riskier now because obviously there's like a massive barrier around the outside. So yeah, it's pretty. I do like this game. Don't get me wrong. It's just it can get a bit intense, and yeah, you could easily die from being an idiot, which isn't a very good game for me. Okay, moving on. Egg Splat. So this game was the first game I built after I got off my holiday a few years ago. Basically, my first time I took like a hiatus because I don't usually take hiatuses from stuff, but I had to take like a 2-week hiatus for this, and this was the first game I built when I got back from the holidays, like 2021? No, 2022. No, 2022. So it's a few years ago now. So yeah, you pretty much have to. It's pretty much like Color Conflict. It's a battle royale, but you're trying to pretty much defend the egg. Pretty much. So you're pretty much trying to compete for the egg. So whoever wins does get the egg, but obviously that doesn't happen because obviously we need it for the next game. But whoever wins gets to claim the egg until we next play it. So it's pretty much obviously the last person surviving, claims the egg and is theirs until the next time we play the game. So yeah, that's pretty much Egg Splat. I do enjoy this game. I'm not gonna lie. I do enjoy like pretty much every game I have here. Okay, so this one's called Click the Button. This one's kind of funny because this one I actually got from a TV show because when I was younger I used to watch Ant and Dec Saturday Night Takeaway, and pretty much one of the games they played on that show around a similar time to when I built this it was pretty much like a peekaboo thing. So it's like they pretty much one person like had their back to the audience or had the way back to, because on the show they have like an Ant versus Dec thing where both Ant and Dec compete against each other. Yeah, and one of those games were basically like one of them was hiding. I don't think it was Ant and Dec. It was someone else. I think Steven maybe. I'm just gonna say it was Steven for now. Steven was pretty much had his back to them, and then they have to try and be hidden. But obviously if they saw them, then they would be out or something like that. And they had like these kind of fences as well. So I just had the idea to do a game like this. So yeah, thanks Ant and Dec, you gave me a free minigame idea. And yeah, I do really enjoy this game, I'm not gonna lie. I think I've done a revisit. I don't know. No, I haven't. I don't think I have anyway. Okay, so Fortcraft or Fortnite. This is pretty much Fortnite in Minecraft pretty much. So the thing is, the game was like over there. But obviously we moved it because the landscape just ate the game up pretty much. So yeah, we moved it over here. And yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same to what it used to be like. But yeah, don't worry, I will be doing a revisit. This is the next minigame I'm going to revisit. I'm not going to lie. I don't know when it's going to be, but this is going to be the next minigame I revisit. Because I want to, revisit this game again. So yeah, stay tuned because this is coming up soon. But it's pretty much just like a battle royale pretty much. It's obviously there's no building in this game because obviously that's just dumb. Right, so oh, you can sit down there. TNT Spreef. So on this mini game I built with Andrew and Elliot, the classic trio of Epic World, I guess. And this is the only game Elliot's won in the series, I believe. Well, the only notable one anyway. So it's pretty much just like trampoline, but with TNT, so you have to try and get the other opponents down while breaking the TNT and trying not to die yourself. And I've actually used this in a Shadow encounter before. I swear I blew him and Shadow up once, which was hilarious. I think it was like Game Master or something. I remember it was the one where Shadow and Shadow challenged me and Andrew to a minigame tournament or something like that. So yeah, it was something along those lines anyway. So I'm moving on to more of a friendly game, Doggy Hockey. You might have seen we've revisited this game quite a few times for a while now. So, oh, this is your game because I always bring you when we play this game. Well, at least a dog. So you pretty much you have to try and kick the dog. Well, not kick the dog. That sounds rude. Push the dog into your enemy's goal. So obviously, save us on the orange side to try and push him into the blue side, and vice versa. So yeah, it's a pretty easy game to, you know, understand, pretty much. So yeah, it was, yeah, moving on. Time for to eat first. Num 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 num. Right, so after this game, I'll probably look at those games over there and then loop around that way. I don't know. Oh, after showing that off and then the creeper coaster, I'll look around over there and loop around. There's probably an easier way of doing it. Okay, Oreo, you're gonna have to sit down once again because it's quite a dangerous game. This is called Cookie Swap. So pretty much, what you basically have to do is pretty much slap your opponent into the lava with a cookie or kill them. So it's again like a battle royale game, but it's with cookies instead of, you know, your fists or with a sword or a weapon or anything. It's just with cookies or biscuits, as they're now known as. But yeah, it's pretty much a standard battle royale game, but with cookies. So Fizzy and James will love this. And yes, Fizzy got James addicted to cookies. That's what I was trying to say. I don't know why that made me feel so confused. So yeah, this is my creeper coaster. Don't worry, I've actually got plans to, you know, build another creeper coaster. That may or may not be a thing coming up very soon. So yeah, because obviously I wanted to do an update for a while now, but obviously I might as well ride it. It's pretty much like back when I had my old Epic World, I had this here, so I decided to remake it when this one was made. So yeah, it's pretty much you're going up here into the creeper, and yeah, you just get a nice view. It's not really much to sort of say really. You just go inside the creeper's mouth, you go out of its neck, which sounds very painful, and you don't go down here. And there's loads of mini games I'll show you later on. And then yeah, you pretty much ride down here. You get a good view of the mini games we've already come across so far. And then you go into here like so. So yeah, it's a pretty easy game to, well, not even a game, it's an easy ride to understand. So yeah, expect a Creeper Coaster 2.0 coming up soon. Okay, so this is the Fast Boats Race course. You might have seen this one recently when me, Andrew, and my friend Wilson revisited this game for an Epic World episode, which was very entertaining to do. That's probably the most notable thing about this, because we revisited it with me mates. But yeah, we built this game a long time ago, back when me, Andrew, and Elliot used to do quizzes and stuff on the channel, because we built this game when we played the game Would I Lie to You. So go check out the episode Would I Lie to You. I think it was like in the early hundreds. So yeah, it was in like the early hundreds. So I think it'll be easy enough to track down. Yeah. Okay, so moving onwards. Okay, so this is Musical Beds. We revisited this game recently. So pretty much what you have to do is there's a music disc here, and you turn it on, and you pretty much go around the beds, and it's pretty much the first person. It's like musical chairs, but with beds, pretty much. So you pretty much have to try and, you know, be the first one to get into the beds when the music stops. And if you're successful in doing that, then you're the winner, and you just keep. And every round we get just destroy a bed, and then yeah, we pretty much have that from there. And that's perfect timing to come across to this game because it's literally night time. So yeah, we might as well put the beds back. But yeah, that's pretty much how the game works. So it gets harder and harder throughout the game, as you probably would expect. Oh no, I didn't mean to drop the bed then. Oopsie. Alright, so it's moving on. Right, so we might as well move on to that one, and then we'll loop around back over this way. It's probably an easier way of doing it. This game is called Musical Steps. So it's pretty much like red right, green right from Squid Game, pretty much. So you're pretty much one person standing here, like so. So they'll play the music disc, and then you have to try and spot people moving behind you. And if you spot them, then you can just, you know, kill them in it. So it's very easy to do. And obviously, if the people make it to the end, then they get to kill the person over there. So yeah, what's this game called again? I don't know if is there even a sign for this one? I think there is. I think it's like basketball. Oh, there it is. That's a sign. Basketball. There you go. Very original. So it's pretty much like Minecraft version of basketball, pretty much. So there's a player or two over that way, and then you have to try and get it on top of your enemy's thing. So there you go. If I did that in a natural game, then I would be the winner of that, or my team would be the winner. There we go. So that's pretty much that. What's this one called? I'll go across the circus in a minute. Ice rig. So pretty much, I don't know actually. No, we've never really played this one actually before, so I should do a revisit this one soon. So this game is, I think it's like I think it's just like an animal football game or something. I can't actually remember what it was, or just a football game. Yeah, I think it's just like a football game or something. So you pretty much have to try and like get it into the enemy goal and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a very hard game. We've never played this one before, so I can't actually remember the rules, and I can't stand watching back old videos to, you know, think of what it is. Okay, so this is the Epic Road Circus. So you might have seen this one in the actual circus video, which was very entertaining. But yeah, we pretty much put on a massive, not massive, but a day at the circus where me, Andrew, Stalin, Jack, Bob, and Sonic all did something. That was like back when we hardly had any helpers, so yeah. So yeah, we all put on a day out in the circus. It was very entertaining to watch, actually. So I think I can't remember what I did. I think I did that, and then Andrew did Stalin and Jack. Oh, I just can't remember. It was too long ago. It was just like 4 years ago, and Oreo's in the minecart. Hold on. There we go. I might have to toss that over there because I don't want Oreo getting stuck in a minecart. I actually can't remember. So if you want to go check out like what we did for the circus, do check out. I think 210, I believe. I actually can't remember. So this one. So moving on to the next one. So this is called Oreo. You might have to stand back for this one because it is quite dangerous. What is this game called? Is there even a sign? I think it's like I don't even know what this game's called. Is there like a sign? Huh. Surprised there's not even a sign for this one. I think it's like Fly and Die or something rubbish like that. I can't even remember. Hold on. Walk and Die. Walk or Die. That's what it was called. I just looked up my notes because I had notes saved from like around when these episodes came out. So yeah, it pretty much is a type war. So it's kind of like from the circus, but here, so you have to try and knock your foe off the tightrope without, you know, getting knocked off yourself, and obviously the first person to do that wins, pretty much. So yeah, it's pretty simple. So moving on to the next one. So this is called so this is basically new Spreef, which is not very new. So it's very much just a Spreef game. So it's kind of like the Spreef rooms we came across. So it's obviously but this is like more original, I guess. So you pretty much break the snow, and obviously the first person to, you know, well, the last person to be left alive at the end wins. So yeah, that's pretty simple. So there's not really much to say about that one because that's just more like the original type of Spreef that people used to do. Okay, moving back over this way. So we've gone around in like a massive circle. This is called Doggy Football. So this is kind of like what my version of Doggy Hockey would be like. So it's pretty much, it's pretty much exactly the same. So Oreo would go to the middle, or a dog would go to the middle, and I would push them, you know, across on their bum, and then into the goal. If I could actually do that, that would be nice. There we go. So if I did that in a game, then Oreo, well, I would win, pretty much. And then there's like mini changing rooms back here where, you know, people can get ready for the game. They can have their showers and or have a bit of a rest before the game starts. And yeah, I should revisit this game as well. Like I keep saying like I'm gonna do revisits of like these types of games, but I really should. I'm not gonna lie, I really should. But yeah, moving on. So yeah, we're going back to these games now, like I mentioned earlier. So yeah, this game is called Maze Runner. So it's kind of like the typical maze mini game. So there's one person over there and has to try and kill everyone else in, you know, the game anyway. So it's pretty standard. People run through these corridors and have to try and not die from the other, you know, people that's trying to chase them down. So it's pretty simple. This one, Oreo, you're gonna have to sit down for because obviously this one's quite, you know, toasty, as you could probably say. So yeah, this one's called Toasty Feet. So the way you would play this game is there's 4 people. Ow, ow, ow. There's 4 areas. So there's a blue, green, yellow, and red. And you pretty much stand on the campfires and be the last one, you know, surviving at the end. Because if you do that, then you're good. And ow, 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 ow. There we go. So pretty much if you pretty much be the last one not burnt by the end, win. So it's pretty easy. Moving on from, you know, the humans, we're going to go to the dogs. So this one's called the Fast Paw Doggy Race Course. So it's pretty much just a doggy race course. So Oreo, I mean, or you can test this out quickly. So Oreo just has to follow me across here. And yeah, so, and then we, come on sprint, there we go. So Oreo has to follow me across all these obstacles. And yeah, we have to try and just make it to the end in the quickest time possible, even though Oreo could just teleport, which is he's probably more likely going to do. And yeah, we just have to get there in the quickest time. And yeah, there's like, you don't like win if you don't, but obviously it'll be nice. And yeah, I think I did this in another one of those quiz videos. I think it's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but I did it in my own style, which was nice. So yeah, that's pretty much that one. So now we're getting over to this area of mini games. Okay, so Oreo, I'm going to sit you down for pretty much most of these games around this area, because obviously there's a lot of either heights or dangerous stuff. So this is another one of Shadon's games. So we've come across. So this is the third one he did. Gold shootout. So be the first person to get the gold. So pretty much there's 4 sides: of brown, red, black, and grey. I know he picked the most boring colours in the world to do something out of, but I'm gonna keep these doors open so the animals can, you know, get out. But yeah, there's pretty much these 4 sides. You have to try and be the first one to get the gold and then get back. It's pretty simple to win that one, but I enjoyed it. This one's called Egg Dodge. Pretty much, you're kind of like a chicken in here, and after being shot into stew, and you have to. The way you get the point if you're the one to shoot the chicken into the stew. So no, it's just a person. It's a person pretend to be the chicken. If you shoot the person into the stew down there, then you would be the one who gets the point for that one. And yeah, that's pretty simple, pretty much. I enjoyed this game when we first played it. This one's called Water Rush. This game's a recent one. Like most of these games around this area is more recently-ish. So pretty much the way you go for this one is more of a water dropper, pretty much. So it's a water race, pretty much. So you start from here, and you have to be the first person to get into this hoop over here. And then if you do that, then you win. So yeah, if you get in there first, then you pretty much win. So that's easy enough to do. So I might as well leave Oreo there while I show off these games over here. So here is you pretty much stand on the. It's pretty much like drip reef pretty much. So you go in here, and you pretty much have to try and, you know, be the last ones, you know, standing without falling, because obviously if you stand on drip reefs, they start to fall. And obviously you have to try and get your other opponents down from doing that. So, yeah, it's pretty easy to do. It's pretty easy to, you know, accidentally make a mistake or something. But, yeah, it's a fun game. This game's called Snow Run, so you pretty much have to. It's a snowball tag, pretty much. So one person could be holding a snowball, everyone's hiding in the maze, and then if you get tapped by a snowball, then you're out, and obviously the last person to get tapped wins. This game over here is called Horsey Hops. So how do you do this? Is pretty much you grab a horse. We don't have a horse because Piccolo and Vegeta are in the house. So you have to try and, it's very much like a 1v1 race with the horses. You have to try and go around the track and obviously be the first one to make it to the end. By the end wins. That's a teleporter, which obviously you might have seen me use it plenty of times. This game over here is a casino. It's just a mini casino that I built years ago, because this was in my original Epic World, so I decided to rebuild it here, so nothing much to that one. This one's also a thing from my old Epic World. This is my duck fling game. Which is pretty much that on I was about to say steroids, but that might as well be on steroids. But yeah, this is like the B-Tech version of that one. But obviously, yeah, it's kind of exactly the same. So you pretty much have to have the most chickens on your side by the end wins. I will have to set my spawn a bit, because obviously it's getting nighttime now. Oh, we're doing well so far. I just need a quick drink first. Excuse me. We might as well talk about Never Say Die next. It's Never Say Die. So you pretty much, what you have to do is pretty much, it's like a battle royale game, but you have to be careful of everything else, because obviously the floor is never based. So like the magma can hit you if you're not careful enough, and obviously reasons. You have to pretty much be the last one surviving without getting killed from the other players or the magma itself. I do like it in the castle though. That's what I do like. Okay, Or I will have to sit you down for a minute here because obviously, yeah, I'm going off to King of the Torches next. So it's pretty much like Flaming Torch, but more freedom, I guess. So because obviously on Flaming Torch, you're pretty much just on just torches, and you won't be able to move anywhere. But with this game, you can go like under the ground. You could jump across there, and then you can go across the castle edges, and pretty much have to be the last one surviving. So it's more like a battle royale game again, but yeah, it's very easy to, you know, it's more easy to move around in this game. I just noticed I've built a lot of battle royale games. So this is Spreef Madness. So it's pretty much just a normal Spreef game, but it's more of a 2v2. So so it would be an orange and yellow, or a blue and cyan. So yeah, you pretty much have to try and get the opponents down, pretty much. So this is a very easy game to, you know, understand. This game over here, I just remember that we missed out this game over here. This game is called, Boat Race. Yeah, it's just a boat race. It's very shite. I don't know what I'll do with this one, because I did build it on video, so I can't exactly get rid of it, but yeah. Pretty much it's just a boring boat race game, so yeah, there's not really much to talk about that one. But I didn't want to mention it just in case. This is called Desert Dash. So there's pretty much one person up there, and you have to try and shoot the other people down who's trying to run away from the person shooting. But obviously, yeah, you might have seen by now, if you're the last one surviving, you win. Excuse me, I just nearly burped. Okay, moving on to the next games. I don't know which way to do this in. Oh yeah, that's the Helter Skelter. This is my recreation of Stampy's Helter Skelter. Should I give a bit of a ride? You know what, bugger it, I will do. I know this is a long video enough, but you know, who cares? So yeah, let's go climb up here and then grab the minecart and then plonk it down. Boom. Here, there's mini games with. Ow. Where's Oreo? Oh yeah, I've sat him down, didn't I? I thought I did anyway. Oh, there he is. Hi, Oreo. I was about to say, did I sit him down? I wasn't really sure. Yeah, there's some stairs here, and yeah, that's pretty much that. So this is Mosagi. I think this is a hiding pyramid. It's called. I know, not the best name ever, but you're hiding pyramid. So you're supposed to hide and seek game in a pyramid. So yeah, if you're the seeker, you get to kill all the hiders, and obviously after a while they can escape if they want to. But obviously that never usually happens because the seekers are just too good. So yeah, but you can escape if you need to. I'll cover these games later on. This is Flower Power. Pretty much it's a recreation of Stampy's Flower Power, so you pretty much have to try and get all the flowers and all that stuff and try and plonk all your flowers into your specific spot. So yeah, if you see in Stampy's version, you should have, you know, at least know of what this area is over here. I'll cover these games in a little bit, like these games over here, but I want to like cover those games over there because, you know, there's a lot more over there. Maze Fighter. So this game is pretty much usually it's like a battle royale game, but in a maze. So pretty much, I just fell in the game. So yeah, it's pretty much like a battle royale in the maze. So obviously the last person left alive by the end wins, pretty much. So it's very easy to get a hang of. But yeah. I won't cover these games just yet. Like I said, I'll go that way and I'll loop around, I guess. So yeah, this is rugby. So you pretty much the iron ingots are used as the rugby balls, and then you have to try and you know, get them first, and then plonk it up top of here on your enemies. What's it called? These, I don't even know what they're called. Those things that they have in rugby. Those things, pretty much the goals. So yeah, if you do that first, then you win, and there's like a mini changing rooms in there where, you know, they could change and do whatever they need to do to get themselves ready for the big match. Right, so moving onwards, I'll cover this one first. This one's called Hoop Dive, I think. Is it Hoop Dive? Yeah, Oreo, you will have to sit down here because this is another lava game. Yeah, Hoop Dive. So pretty much the way you play this game is you pretty much go up here and you have to dive into certain hoops. Depending what row of hoops you dive into, the amount of points you get. So the first row is 1 point, second row is 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, 5 points, etc, etc, etc. So obviously the first person to get more points from diving into these hoops pretty much wins, pretty much. So it's very easy to, you know, get your head around like that this game over here. I try and jump down. Oh, that was actually sick. I actually thought I was going to miss that then, which is very impressive for me. Strength test is next, I believe. Yes, strength test. So the way you play this game is pretty much just like a battle royale, but with your fists. So you pretty much fight each other up until the death, and then obviously that proves whoever's strongest. So it's more like it's like an IQ test, but for strength, pretty much. This one's called Controlled Doom. So you pretty much have to try and eliminate the other person's team by going across these diamonds, which is not always the easiest thing to do. So yeah, you pretty much have to try and jump across these while trying to, you know, eliminate the team. But they can also like slip, and there's a lot of stuff can happen in this game. So it may look simple, but it is kind of a crazy one. That's another teleport. There's 2 other teleports so far, so we've got 1 more left to come across. This game's called Yoink, so you pretty much have to try and get your core, candle and then plonk on there first, while trying to, you know, stop the others from getting their candle. So it's pretty hectic. The tournament of this was probably the funniest thing I think I've ever done. And like loads of stuff went wrong, and all. It just went so bad, and like went so bad so quick. It was just too funny. I do recommend checking it out. This game's called Knocked. So it's kind of like Smash on Stampede for the World. So you pretty much have to try and knock the opponent off into the bed. So it's pretty simple. This game is called. We cover. Okay, so how about we cover these games first before we root back? No, we could cover them at the same time, innit? This game's called Free Falling. So you pretty much have to get to the bottom without dying, but you also have to try and knock your opponents off, because you only have 1 life. So if you die, that's you out for that round. So you have to try and jump off here, and avoid the boats as well, because the boats could get in your way. And yeah, you pretty much keep going up until, you know, this last person surviving. This game is called Red Thunder. I do love the name of this game. So it's kind of like Shadar's, what's it called? A Daylight Dash, but obviously he copied mine. So I built this. I built this first. So it's pretty much, you start from here, and it's pretty much a board game. But it's obviously the first person to light up these redstone lamps by the end wins. Pretty much. So it's very simple, very simple. Like I always go for simple games, because obviously, you know, they're easy for me to build, and obviously I can do more of an entertaining video. Or yeah, we'll have to tell you to sit down, because this game is quite of a dangerous one. This game is called Mad Dash. So it's pretty much a parkour race. So 3 people just do parkour across there, but 1 person's with a bow and arrow and try and shoot them off. But yeah, we've not played this game for a while. I should revisit this soon. Like the many other games I've picked on, saying I should revisit, but I haven't gone around to yet. This game is called Target Locked. So pretty much the way you play this game is you pretty much, so 1 color comes out of the dispenser. Say it was a yellow, for example, and say if I was yellow, everyone targets me and tries to take me out. So if I get, so pretty much, it's pretty much like a target game, pretty much. So say if I was the yellow, everyone has to try and take me out, and the person that does take me out wins. So yeah, it's pretty much the first person to take out the target wins, pretty much. So this one's pretty simple. So Oreo, you get something, you could join me. This one's called Cake Grab. So it's pretty much a chest, and you have to try and push it onto your side. So say if it's on the black side, I have to try and push it onto the black side. And yeah, if I manage to do that successfully, I win. I did get it wrong in the tournament, because I thought it was the opposite. So you have to try and do it onto your enemy's side, but obviously it wasn't. But I forgot the rules to my own game, which is very embarrassing. Okay, so this game is called a Fork Force. So where's Oreo? I might need time to sit down for this one. Oreo, where is he? Oreo, please don't say he's stuck in the minecart. No, he's not. Wait, can't we get stuck in the minecart? Because obviously, what's it called? Where is he? Oreo! Oh, don't tell me I've lost him again. Oh, there he is. Oreo, you'll have to sit down there, boy, while I test out this one. So, pretty much, is like, so say if I was on the purple trident, I have to try and knock the other people off of their tridents, because they'll be getting in my way. So, pretty much, I just have to try and knock the other opponent off their trident by just, smacking them and, by shooting them with the trident, pretty much. So, yeah, it's very simple. I'm surprised the trident actually came back, because we had a lot of trouble in the tournament, because it won't actually come back, and I did not mean to die then. Oopsie. I didn't mean to slip off, and plus I didn't think the fall would really kill me, to be honest. I might as well show some of these games off over here, to be honest, while I'm making my way back, so I might as well keep that trying on me. This game is called Sword Clash. So pretty much the way you do this, you have a knockback sword, like 4, so people will come over here, and you have to try and knock them into the water. Death is not allowed on this one, so you have to just knock them into the water. And obviously, if you're the last one surviving by the end, wins. I might as well sleep here, to be honest. So all you're sat down, he's safe. I know he's safe, which is the good thing. This one is called Magic Murder. This game was very entertaining. So pretty much the way you play this game is you pretty much have to kill your opponents with harming potions. So if you manage to do that, you win. Yeah, it's very... I know this minigame isn't very interesting, but it was very interesting. It was just very funny to see like how good people are with potions and how good their aim was as well. Alright, moving on to the next game. This game is called Shark Scrap. Yeah, I'll show you that off first. So pretty much the way you play this game is you pretty much... you would either play with a boat or not, it doesn't really matter. And have to try and get treasure from these chests over here. So if gold, you get like 1 point, I believe. Emerald was like 2, and then diamond was 3 points. And yeah, like emerald and diamond. So but there's a shark on the other side, and you have to try and stop the other people getting the treasure. And obviously, if you manage to leave the game with the treasure, you get like double points pretty much. But obviously, the shark kills everyone, and the shark gets the point. Okay, so this game's called Shoot. Pretty much the way you play this game is pretty much rock paper scissors. Pretty much, so you pretty much play like you with rock paper scissors. So, but instead of you're throwing hands, you're throwing, well, the dispenser's throwing stuff out. So yeah, it's pretty much first to 4 points wins the game, and then you can flick the level on to say that you've won. So it's a very simple game. I love this game. It's very entertaining to play. Okay, so we managed to loop our way back over here. Lovely job, so this game's called Candle Capture. So the way you play this game is you have to try and get your opposite, try and get your colour candles, but pretty much, yeah, on the opposite team. But obviously the other team has to try and stop you from, you know, getting it. And then obviously the first person to plonk their candles on their block by the end wins. So it's very easy to do. Okay, so yeah, I will have to leave you sat down for a little bit here because a lot of these games are a bit, you know, dangerous, but I'll come and pick you up in a minute because some of the next games aren't as bad. Okay, this game over here is called Shove Bag. This is one of the most recent ones I've done, so you might have seen it. But no, I was just trying to check if there's so many games around there, but there wasn't. So pretty much, you have to try and... It's pretty much an archery game, so you have to try and shoot your opponents, but try and knock them into their mob, because there's because obviously this is a creeper. There'll be a creeper in here, and obviously there's a skeleton over there, so there'll be a skeleton in there. So you have to try and shove them into their mob to try and, you know, kill the opponents. So yeah, it's very entertaining, but it's very difficult for the people on the skeleton side. But yeah, it's still entertaining. Don't get me wrong. Okay, or you can join me. Look out! This is another recent one. So pretty much the way you would do this, you have to try and flick, either kill your opponents with swords or flick the trap doors. Because obviously, if you in the game, because obviously when you do that, you could crawl. But if you do that, then pretty much with the trap above the head, they stand up. So yeah, it's very easy to, you know, get them out. But obviously the first person to do that, well, the last person lying down still, or crawling in this case, wins pretty much. So yeah, it's very easy to, you know, win. But yeah, catnap. So it's pretty much bed rush pretty much. So pretty much say a colour came out like that. So that was blue. I have to try and sweep in the blue bed first, and if I do that, if I manage to succeed getting in the bed before everyone else, then I would be the winner. So yeah, it's very easy, that one. I'm trying to see if I've missed anything, but I don't think I have. I think I'm doing very well. Yeah, I managed to do this in the last episode as well, where I didn't have many problems, you know, in touring. No, there's no any mini games over there. So yeah, we're doing very well so far, but I will have to keep Oreo away from the lava of this game over here. There he is, good boy, because there is so many games over here that I did miss. So yeah, we're looping back over there, and yeah, we're going from there now. So yeah, we're nearly there now. So yeah, this game is pretty much what's this game called? What's this game called? Corridors. So the way you play this game is there a shotgun, well not shotgun. What should I say? Shotgun, a crossbow, and you have to try and shoot the other people trying to come in with corridors. But obviously they've got shields, so you have to try and be careful of the way you shoot. But you have to try and kill the people running through the corridors to get to the end, and obviously the people going through the corridors go through there and obviously try and, you know, get past the people shooting at them. Yeah, or you have to sit down for the next few games because obviously it is kind of dangerous. This game's called Bed Wars, so the way you would play this is it's kind of like just normal Bed Wars, but you have to try and kill your other opponents by either knocking them into the lava or just killing them. So obviously if you're the last person near your bed by the end wins, and then you've won pretty much. It's very simple. This game's called Food Wars. So the way you play this is you go up here, grab something from the chest, and then yeah, you pretty much batter it out and knock each other into the lava pretty much. So yeah, it's very easy, these games are. I will have to have a drink first before we move on. Excuse me. Right, so moving on to the next game. This game's called Shield Whack, I believe. So the way you play this is you pretty much go down there and have to try and either knock your opponents into the lava or just killing them. It's a very simple game because obviously you're basically doing is fighting each other in here. So yeah, it's very easy to do. I might as well show these games off over here. So because there's like quite a few games. That one is Toasty Feet 2.0, aka Hot Foot. Yeah, I will have to like loop around because, you know, I don't want to, you know, be annoying. So the way you play this game is you go up here and you pretty much be the last one surviving. So it's pretty much Toasty Feet. Like, oh my god, the magma looks sick in this texture pack. But yeah, the way you play this is, yeah, it's pretty much Toasty Feet. If you heard my explanation of Toasty Feet, it's pretty much that, but more covered up, I guess. It feels like the sequel to Toasty Feet, pretty much. So it's literally exactly the same. Okay, so this is Duck Fling. You might have seen me point at this one. No, I might as well show this one first. Tower of Doom. So it's pretty much a race up to the top, and you have to. It's pretty much like King of the Hill, pretty much. So it's pretty much you race up to the top, and then yeah, you just knock each other off that way. So when you get up to the top, innit? So yeah, there's no fight on the way up, but when you do eventually get up, the fighting begins. Duck Fling 2.0 is pretty much just the same as Duck Fling earlier, but probably more improved. So you have to try and get more chickens on your side again, but obviously there's only one chicken in there, so this side wins. Yeah, so let me just root my way back over here. So this is the Ender Ball, so pretty much the way you play this is pretty much... what's it called? I will have to go fetch Ori. I'll probably fetch him after showing him these mini-games over here. Because there's still quite a few more mini-games to do. Actually, no, I'll go fetch him now, actually. I feel a bit mean. Him just sitting on his Todd. Alright, well, yeah, we'll just have something to eat first before we move on. Because I do feel bad him sitting on by himself. Okay, come on over here. You can stand up. There we go. So, pretty much how Ender Ball works, you have to try and fling yourself with the Ender Pearls into your enemy's goal. So, say if I was on the red team, for example, I have to try and shoot myself into the hoops, and if I manage to do that, then I get the point. But obviously if you land on that one, you probably get more points. But nobody's actually really done that yet. So, yeah, if that does happen in the future, that would be cool. But obviously, I'm not holding my breath for it to happen anytime soon. That's just a mini version of my golf course I showed you at the start. So yeah, it's not really that interesting, but it's just like the B-Tech version. It's kind of like the Duck Flings. That's the B-Tech version of the golf course. This is Nat Bow. So the way you play this one, you have to try and shoot the targets on your enemy side. So if you manage to do that, by the end of the game, that side wins pretty much. And then obviously you have to. It's pretty much like rugby. So say me and Ori on a team, or you have to try and get the arrow from me. And then if you manage to do that, then I can pick it up. And obviously, if the enemy team picks up the arrow, then they get the point. It's very weird. Yeah, it's very hard to explain, but yeah, you might have seen me play it before. Okay, this game is called Punch a Cup. So, this is like a tea bag, pretty much like a tea bag exploded in a cup. So you go in there, you fight each other, and then yeah, you pretty much, you know, you fight each other, and obviously be the last one surviving from that point. So yeah, it's pretty simple, that one, to be fair. Like, moving on, so yeah, we've got, yeah, this is an arcade. It's kind of like the casino. It's kind of like something I used to be able to, I had in my old Epic World, so I decided to remake it. So yeah, definitely the arcades I showed you in the last episode is way better than this, but I just thought I should show it off. Okay, moving on. So this game is called Dark Maze. So it's pretty much like the maze mini games I showed you earlier. So you pretty much, you go in here and have to try and, you know, be the last one surviving, and, you know, try not to die pretty much. So it's very simple, but yeah, you have to just try not to. Yeah, there's one person going in from the other side of the maze, and you pretty much have to, you know, be the last one surviving, and not, you know, trying to avoid the secret at all costs. But yeah, that's pretty much it, really. So yeah, you just have to avoid the secret at all costs. But I'm lost in my own maze. Where's the door? There it is. I think, yeah, I have showed you all these games around here, so yeah. We just have one last check before we move on, because we've got one more area we have to check. But obviously that area is quite big, so we still got quite a few mini games to look at. But yeah, we have still got a little bit more to do. Like, we've got one more area left to look at. Let's have a sleep quick. While I have a sleep, we're going to have another drink. There you go. Right, so this is okay. This is the last area, so we're nearly there now. So this game is called Running and Gunning. I did not decide the name. Elliot did, so you can blame him for the name. So your way to play this is you pretty much, it's kind of like Tower Doom pretty much, but obviously you can fight each other on the way to the top. But there's like a mini parkour over there. I might as well climb up and show you it. So yeah, we've still got quite a few mini games to like look at over there, because we obviously didn't show you those games over there and all that stuff. So yeah, we've still got quite a little bit more to do after this point. But yeah, we're nearly there now. Oh god. Oh god, okay, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm gonna die if I keep doing this. But yeah, there's a parkour at the top. And then yeah, you have to pretty much just get to the end of the parkour pretty much without getting shot, because it's very hard, this game. I'm not gonna lie. I shouldn't have sorted Oreo up, to be honest, because I'm gonna sit him down immediately after. Sorry, Oreo. Sky Wars is pretty much yeah, so it spawns. Yeah, it's pretty much just a traditional Sky Wars pretty much. So yeah, I might as well show you this a little bit. I won't go through like the rules. It's pretty much like just normal Sky Wars pretty much. So you just have to eliminate the other team heads. But yeah, the mob types. So there's a creeper, spider, zombie, and enderman. So yeah, there's 4 heads, and yeah, you just have to be the last one surviving, pretty much. So, and also this gives me a good time to like look over the world to see if I've missed anything. But I don't think I have, which is very good for me. No, I actually don't think I have, which is perfect. But yeah, was not. Give our time. Let's not have celebrations just yet. We still got quite a few mini games left to cover. So yeah, let's get moving, shall we? Yeah, let's go for the roof. Bugger it. Or you guys have, you could join me. I'm gonna go a bit of a different route. I'll show you these games and I'll loop around that way. This one's called String Capture. So the way you would play this one is you hide some string. Oh my god, the string's massive as well. So you hide the string here, for example, or wherever, but with your eyes closed, and then everyone else's job has to try and find it, and then if you do find it, then you're the winner of that round. I'm going to put this back because obviously it's bloody huge. This is the final teleporter that I was on about. This is button number 2. So yeah, you might have seen me use it a bit more recently than the others, but yeah, that is the final teleporter I have to show you. So this is fire tag. So the way you play this is one person is on fire, and I have to try and tag the other opponents. And obviously if they're the last ones, the last person the tiger finds, then they get the point, because reasons. So that's just the way I do these things. So yeah, that's what I might as well. I'll loop around and do those games over there. But yeah, we'll go in a bit of a random direction now. And then yeah, we'll go from here. Bow drop, this is kind of like free-falling. I showed you earlier, but a bit more difficult. Yeah, you can kind of see why this is a bit more difficult. Or you are definitely sitting down there because you end up pulling the last episode and getting stuck in the boats. And you know, and getting stuck inside the thing. Oh yeah, I think this is a better view to see if I've missed anything, but I don't think I have. Yeah, I've shown you all of those games over there. Yeah, obviously I've not shown you like those games yet, but I'll get to them in a minute. But yeah, and obviously those. Oh god, oh god, oh god. There we go. Oh yeah, you could stay there for just a second because yeah. See, this is a dropper game. This is kind of the most pointless game I've ever done, because this wasn't me. This was meant to be just a dropper game, but obviously there's nowhere to drop now. Yeah, because this pretty much that game just swallowed it up pretty much. So yeah, I don't even know where to go from here. There we go. That was a perfect jump to the next game. So this is the original Spreef game that I made all those years ago. Yeah, this was the original Spreef. So this is like the grandfather of Spreef minigames. So the way it's just the normal Spreef game pretty much, because obviously this was the first one. So it's pretty much you dig the snow, knock your opponents into the lava, and Bob's your uncle. Moving on. This I might have showed you this game first. This game is called Ice Hunt, so it's pretty much like the other maze minigames I've talked about so far. I try to keep the maze minigames consistent with what they are, but I just try and change the design pretty much. So pretty much, yeah, it's pretty much an ice minigame, ice maze, so you pretty much have to try and track each other in a maze. But it's ice, so it's a bit more difficult for the hiders. Yeah, it's pretty much that. All the maze minigames are kind of exactly the same, but just try and change up the design of the games. This one's a boat race game. It's called Race. Pretty much the way you play this game is you pretty much either have a 1v1. You could have a 2v2, but the way the other two players have to go into the other boats. You have to have two people on a boat, and then you have to try and it's pretty much just a boat race to try and get to the end over there. And yeah, I really enjoyed this game when we played it. I'm not gonna lie, this was definitely one of my favorite boat race I have, because it doesn't break on me, or it's very too difficult to control. The last mini game I have to show you over here is called oak strip. So the way you play this is pretty much an oak strip race, because obviously you can strip wood with an axe. So the way you do this is you have to try and strip all the wood. Obviously you have to do it quickly than the other person, and obviously the person that stripped the most wood by the end of the game wins. So yeah, it's a 1v1 game this is. So yeah, all you could sign up and you could join me now, because obviously I think that's most of the dangerous games over with, I guess. I guess. So moving on. So this is called Arrow Dodge. So it's pretty much like a battle arena again, but you have to try and dodge arrows. I know that sounds so stupid, but yeah, it's pretty much that. Pretty much, you have to try and avoid arrows. But yeah, pretty much. I swear have I come across all the Chidar games? I don't know if I have, because there is 4 of them. I know I'll wander around near the end if I've missed any, but I don't think I have, but I can't actually remember what all the Chidar games were. So this is Ender Flow. So the way you play this is pretty much it's pretty much just Ender Ball, pretty much, but just bigger. You get into the enemy's targets, you get the point. Whip-de-doo, Bob's your uncle. There's not really much to explain about that one. Right, so moving on to where to next? Oh yeah, we go to this one. So this is pretty much like Tower Doom, but this is the classical version of it, and a bit more harder. So it's pretty much exactly the same, but obviously that one's more newer than this one is. Gold Hunt. So the way you play this is there's a person hiding. Oh, there it is. There's the final Shadar game. Freaking not Ender, Battle Boats. I got a bit confused because of the reasons. So this is Gold Hunt. So the way you play this one is you go under here. Someone hides their gold, and then the other people have to try and get it without being killed by the pirates. Yeah, it's a very strange game this is, but yeah, I enjoy it. See, this is Wrestling Ring. So the way you play this game, this one's a very classical Minecraft minigame. So the way you play this, you have to try and fight your other opponents and just knock them out of the ring, or just kill them, all that. And there's like mini changing rooms through there. Alright, so moving on. Yeah, you can tell I'm rushing a bit now because we are near the end. This is called Target Track, so it's a jousting game. So the way you play this one is you hit the button wherever the button has gone, or whatever. You know what, I'm going to go to the other one. No, or you're not going in there. So you have to try and shoot your enemy's redstone, well, the minecart, from doing that, pretty much. So And if you manage to do that by the end, you win. So Oreo, you can stand up and you can drop me. There we go. This game is called King of the Rubik's Cube. So the way you play this game is, there's 4 colours that's placed outside. Blue, yellow, green and red. And yeah, you have to try and get your colour from a chest that's placed in here and place the wall in the right coloured chest first. Yeah, so there's blue and yellow and green and red. I will have to dip quick before Oreo comes and hurts himself. But yeah, that's pretty much the way you play that one. This one's the most recent minigame I've built in my Funland so far. This one's called Aqua Fling. So the way you play this one is you grab a fishing rod and fling your opponents into the water. And obviously the last man to do that wins. I know it's very simple, that one is, to be fair. This one's called Roadhog. So it's a pig race game. So the way you play this one is you go on the pig. I will have to close the door just in case they escape. But yeah, the way you play this is you have a cow on a stick, you guide, well, you pig across the track, and obviously the first pig to get to the end wins. This game is called Tower Defense. So obviously there's a person in the middle, and then yeah, there's other people around you, and you have to try and knock them into the thing, into the water. And obviously if you do that, then you win. You pretty much get the point for that one, pretty much, and then you win that round. This game's a recent one as well. This is, what's it called? What's this game called? Jump In? Yeah, Jump In. So the way you play this one is you jump across these and try and make it to the end. Let's see if I could do it, because I couldn't do it in the tournament, and that made me... Never mind. Pretty much you have to try and get it there and back without falling into the water like a goon, like I just did. But, yeah. It's very simple game, and plus you can knock each other off, and you could do loads of stuff with this. This game's the second most recent game I built, Camp Killer. But first I'm gonna have a sleep first, and we're gonna have a quick drink as well. Might as well finish this off because I'm nearly finished. Ah, lovely. So pretty much the way you play this one is pretty much like hide and seek. So all you have to sit down for this one. So pretty much there's a camp killer. So there's the camp's leader pretty much has to try and kill all the campmates, but the campmates have to try and hide from said killer and try and make it out within a good time period. So they have to all hide for a little bit and then escape. And obviously, if you escape first, you get a point. Or if you escape, yeah, I swear, if you escape by yourself, you get a point. But if you don't, if you escape with like a mate or something, or a fellow campmate, then you get 1 point. So it's very strange. And I think this is the final minigame I have to show you, I believe. I don't know. I think this is actually. This is Shadar's game, Battleships. So the way you play this one is you have to try and kill your rivals on the other side. By these bows. Yeah, it's pretty much the first person, well, last team surviving at the end wins the game, pretty much. So you both get a point for that. And I think that is everything I have built in my Funland so far. I actually can't believe we've done really well. So, where should I go to, end off this episode? No, I don't think I've missed anything. Haha! And people say I'm not very efficient. But first, I do need to decide where to go. Might go on top of Platform Plummet. So, Oreo, I will have to sit you down. Thank you, boy, for joining me across both this episode and the last episode. You have been a massive G, and I wouldn't be able to do this without you. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be the end of this tour of my epic world. I really hope you have enjoyed both this episode and the last episode, going across and, revisiting some old things. And yeah, you get to see my opinions and views on them nowadays, compared to what I did when I built them. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be the end of this episode. I really hope you've enjoyed it. My throat is dead, but we have one last look to see if I missed anything. And no, I haven't. Oh my god. I've actually been efficient at a tour. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be the end of this episode here. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Yeah, I gotta go have a massive cup of tea and have a bit of a break to try and soothe my throat a little bit. But yeah, I'll be back in a few days to continue my epic world. And don't worry, there'll actually be normal length episodes without, like, too They won't be too long episodes. If they are long episodes, they weren't planned by me. But yeah, I'll be back in a few days, continue my epic road, and to build something new here. But yeah, for now, thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!